there be a stack. Hey everyone, it's Bethany from Beth and Book and welcome back to this book nook. I am so excited because today I am doing Becca's Bookoplathon's TBR. If you don't know, Becca is a booktuber here on YouTube. I'll leave all her links below for you guys. Oh, that sun is going to drive me insane. 2 seconds. Oh, that's better. But what was I saying? Yes, so she does a TBR game each month based off a Monopoly board that she has created, similar to how I've created a little Wheel Choosers TBR game. But this time she's actually hosting a readathon for the month of September. Now, traditionally, my readathon attempts have been tragic at best. As you know, I did try attempt the Reading Rush readathon and that just went nowhere. There was no rush. There was not even a sloth crawl. It was just me reading 2 sentences, 2 pages. But we're here. I'm going to do my best and I'm super excited because the game sounds so unique and so fun. So the way the game works is you roll some dice and you pop yourself around on the board, and then whatever you land on is the prompt. But in classic me fashion, I'm going to put my own spin on it, being that when Becca plays, there are community cards and chance cards, and she's actually got the cards with the prompts written on the back, but I don't have the facilities at home to print those cards off. So I'm doing things a little bit different. Her community cards, she normally writes prompts on the back of them. I'm going to spin the prompt wheel if I land on a community space. And when Becca lands on a chance wheel, she normally has to pull from a pile and it's got books on it. Some books she's really excited for and some books not so much. If I land on a chance space, I am going to randomise a number and go to my Goodreads want to read shelf, because that's full of some books I'm really excited for and some I want to read but I'm not as excited for. I am going to do this 10 times, and is there anything else to let you know? Not really. Let's just get into the game. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to pop up what I'm looking at on my laptop. So here we have Becca's Bookoplathon. Oh, I just realised I spelled it wrong on my board. Bookoplathon board, and we start here at go, and then on the left are some dice. So let's just do this. Roll. 3. Okay, so from go, and then I'm moving left 1, 2, 3. A small book, less than 300 pages. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, and if you're new to my channel, I often get books out from the library as well as books off my shelf. So future me will insert herself here and show you what book I chose for this prompt. Okay, so for this one, I've got an ebook, and that is The Empress of Salt and Fortune. Oh, come on now, silly. And this is by Nhi Vo, and this is an adult fantasy novella with LGBT plus representation in it. And it sounds like we follow the story through the eyes of this girl's handmaid. So the girl is essentially told to go and marry this person. She's got some sort of royalty in herself, and we watch her as she does that. She gets higher and higher in power and becomes a monarch from the sounds of things. It's told that it's like a real whimsical tale with the kind of style of Margaret Atwood, whilst also being quite a classic Asian fairy tale sort of classic as well. So I'm really intrigued to see how this one goes. So let's just pretend that's up there. All right, roll number 2. 9. Okay, so I was on small book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ebook or audio? Okay, real talk, I don't like audio books. Audible, if you want to sponsor me one day, don't let me shoot myself in the foot. It's just that experiences I've had with audiobooks haven't gone well. I tend to prefer having a book in front of me, but ebooks I can do. All right, let me have a look at what I've already got on my tablet. So for an ebook, I've picked up an ARC. This is Glasstown Wars by Celia Reese. So thank you to Steerforth Press and NetGalley for letting me get a head start on this one. It comes out on 1st of November. And what is it about? It is about 2 characters who are from different times and different places, but they manage to come together in this virtual realm and fall in love, kick baddies, and essentially just come together and have an adventurous time in this realm. And apparently it has been inspired, sorry, that glare is terrible. I'm just going to put a picture up. Apparently it's been inspired by the Brontes. How a young adult fantasy sci-fi has been inspired by the Brontes, I want to know. Like, what? I am so excited for this one. Roll number 3. Oh, I got doubles. What does that mean? Hang on, where are my rules? Doubles. Does it say anything about doubles, Becca? Alright, I can't find anything about doubles in the rule book. So what I'm thinking is when you normally play Monopoly, you can kind of buy that and then you get another go, like it's an extra turn. So I'm going to play doubles as it's an extra book. So 6 would take me to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A young adult, let me write that down. And then because it's doubles, that means I've had to roll again. Which makes it 5. So where was I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A standalone. Okay, let's see what I chose for those. So for this one, I went with Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So this one, I'm pretty sure I'm correct in saying, is a Cinderella retelling, but our princess is actually a cyborg who saves the planet. I'm honestly not one for retellings. I've never enjoyed ones like, you know, Geekerella. I'm not a fan. But this one, I'm really intrigued. So it's set in a new Beijing. There is a plague running rampant and aliens just waiting for the right moment to invade. Honestly, it sounds like a whole cluster of what the heck is going on. For my own choice, I went with a YA fantasy romance called Sorcery of Thorns. This is written by Margaret Rogerson, and honestly, I've seen this all over Bookstagram. Sorry team, trying to get that glare off of your faces. What? Hey, there will do. So this follows Elizabeth, who has grown up around sorcerers and grimoires and always known that they are evil. Until one day what happens is this great library of grimoires, from the sounds of it, stuff goes down and this massive powerful one is released into the world somehow, and then Elizabeth is tied up in this and kind of framed. She has to team up with one of her worst enemies ever, a sorcerer called Nathaniel. They have to work together. Enemies to lovers trope, it sounds like it is running rampant in here, which I love. Alright, so technically this is going to be roll number 4. Gosh, this is so much fun. Right. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Community shelf. Yes, okay, so let me bring the wheel over. We're going to balance her on the old rocking chair, I think. Can we see that? Yep. Alright, so for my community shelf prompt, follow a favourite. You know what that means. So, follow a favourite. Becky's bookshelf, Tooth and Claw. Thank you, Becky. I'll be reaching out to you on my Bookstagram, and you can get your $5 reward to go towards your next bookish purchase. I have no idea what this book is about. I'll see if the library has it. If the library doesn't have it, then I will just be choosing my own choice for this role. Sorry, Becky, I couldn't find Tooth and Claw in my library or on any Libby apps. So I'm really sorry. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for it. But in the meantime, I picked up Beautiful Creatures. Yep, another YA fantasy romance. I've just been reading some really heavy stuff at the moment. Like my last read was really intense, and I've just been really in the mood for this, so that's what I picked up. Check and go away. If you're wondering about how to get your name in that follow a favourite jar, the answer is keep an eye out on my Bookstagram. Links are always below, and sometimes in my Instagram stories I just throw a question out there and just grab whatever people have said and pop them in. But anyway, for roll number 5. So we were on the community shelf and we are moving 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Lowest rated. Okay. Let's switch over to my Goodreads lists. Alright, so here is my Goodreads, my books. Hang on, let's just make the screen bigger, eh? Let's go. Want to read. Internet is so slow today. And I want to go average rating. My Summer of Love and Misfortune with a rating of 2.53. It is a new release though. I wonder if that's got anything to do with why it's so lowly rated. For the lowest rated book that I could get my hands on, I have the extra. I literally bought this for 25% of that, so like literally 20 cents when there was a massive sale on. Hey team, clearly editing me here. As I've been editing this, I've realised how long this video is. So instead of going into depth about what each book is about, if I've already mentioned it in a haul, I'm just going to pop the link up and suggest you go look at it there or check the Goodreads links in my bio to find out more about them. Otherwise, we would be here for eons. So for roll number 6. 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A light cover. I appreciate how that gives me a whole realm of things. So for light cover, I hope this counts, I chose Queens of Geeks by Jen Wilde, which is an LGBT, oh, it doesn't actually have any rainbow tape. It's an LGBT plus novel. And honestly, I don't feel like I can do this any more justice than the Goodreads thing does. 3 friends, 2 love stories, 1 convention. This fun feminist love letter to geek culture is all about fandom, friendship, and finding the courage to be yourself. And bonus, it seems relatively short, so hopefully this will help me get through this stack that is very quickly a piling up. Okay, for roll number 7. Roll number 7, 7 spaces. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A middle grade. Ooh, I have been meaning to read more middle grade. That's super exciting. So for middle grade, it's not quite Rick Riordan, but it is a Rick Riordan Presents middle grade book. And that is Dragon Pearl by Yoon, sorry, need to get this right, Yoon Ha Lee. And again, that glare, I'm just gonna, let's pretend it's up there and I'll throw the cover up here. So this follows Min, and Min is one of the people in her family who have these fox spirits, like fox mystical powers within them. So what Min does is she's essentially at home doing chores like any normal 13-year-old girl, until one day her brother Ko Jun, who is in the army, deserts his post to go searching for the Dragon Pearl, a mystical object supposedly rife with power. But Min knows that this isn't something her beloved elder brother would do, so she goes after him to figure out what's going on. There's gamblers, there's pirates, there's vengeful ghosts, and honestly it sounds like a ripper of a story. Alrighty, for roll number 8. Oh, Snake Eyes. No, wait, that means I've got to read another book, so that makes it 12 so far. We'll see, guys, we'll see. Let's go. 1, 2. Okay, we're back on Young Adult. So for this one, I didn't really contemplate what my middle grade pick was and how it was about fox spirits, because I picked another one that kind of has fox spirits to do with it. This is Gumaho, written by Kat Cho. Spin again for roll 8B, which takes us to 4, 7. Why did that take me so long to add? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Own voices. Okay, I've already got ideas. Okay, I'm happy. For own voices, I went with Love Boat Type A. This is written by Abigail Hing Wen. For roll number 9, The Dice Givers. An extra book. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Set in the past. Oh, I can get some historical stuff in. Okay, cool. So for this one, it made sense to pick up a historical fiction, and I originally bought this because of the beautiful cover. Yes, it was a cover off of Trade Me. And so this is The Essex Serpent, written by Sarah Perry, adult contemporary like historical fiction, and it is set at the turn of the 18th to 19th century. And then for roll 9B, I suppose, we have, am I going to go to jail? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next lowest rated. Man, this started out so strong. I refuse to give up hope. All this means is that I have lots to choose from, right? Right, okay. So my next lowest rated, if I pop back over to Goodreads. Oh, there we go. So essentially, you'll see me pop in with whatever the next thing is. Some of these that are still lowly rated are actually like ones that haven't been released yet. For lowest rated, we've got Ursa, and it's really interesting that this is a low rated one because, let me get the title right, it was a winner of the 2018 Storylines Tessa Duda Award. I'm not sure what goes into that award, but I mean, they won it. But it only has 3.34 stars on Goodreads, which I suppose is, you know, a bit standard, but mostly they sit up about that 4 stars. And I suppose I've got to roll again then, right? So 9C? Okay, well, at least I'm not in jail. So that takes me to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A chance, which means randomizing my Goodreads TBR. Let's go. So if I get Goodreads up again and this time open a tab that says random number generator, what do I have to go between? Where's my want to read list? Between 1 and 310. Generate. 51. Rents and other obligations. Okay, I'll see if I can get my hands on that. And if this video part of me is still playing, it means I couldn't find that book at the library, so I am randomizing another number to give me a backup in advance, which means 298, 299, 298. So that's The Language of Thorns, Midnight Tales and Dangerous Magic is my next random number. Oh, whoa, I didn't realise it had such pretty pictures in it. So this is The Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo. It is an anthology fantasy young adult collection. So, what actually happens in here? Well, as you can imagine, it's an anthology, so not necessarily one thing, but they're all short, fantastical tales. Some of them are with mermaids, some of them are in different lands. And apparently it's an atmospheric collection with betrayal, love, revenge, and sacrifice all thrown in. I'm honestly thinking at this point, some anthology short stories will help me chip away. Right. And I guess it's time for the last roll. Roll number 10. Okay, 10 spaces. And that makes me... Wait, where did I get up to last time? Chance. Okay, another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A community shelf. All right, Wheelie, you're coming back in. Follow a favourite is a permanent instalment on this wheel, so it's not getting traded out. So this one is 4+ stars on Goodreads. Shout out to Maxi.Mally for that prompt. For this, I'm going to be reading The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This is actually the book club that Noelle, Elias, and I wasn't originally subscribed to the other guy. I am now, but they've created a book club. I'll leave all the links below. And this is the book that they've chosen to start with. And they're going to do a live show at the end of September. So I really want to get to this, as well as the fact that I feel like this was so hyped. Let me know if I should do a What the Hype episode around this book. So essentially, from the sounds of it, you've got Evelyn, who is like the star, but she's a bit older in her life now, and she's wanting a magazine publisher to essentially write an article about her, which they all want to do because she's like a famous high-profile woman. And she chooses Monique, who is from a low-profile magazine, and it sounds like it's Monique's going to be our narrator, or we're meant to believe that we're reading Monique's article magazine write-up, and we follow Evelyn through the 1960s towards where she is now, and we follow the tale of Evelyn, where it starts in Los Angeles in the 1950s, and the tale of how she's had 7 husbands and everything that's gone along with that in her life. And is it even going to fit? Is it? Okay. So here is my stack of books, plus I've got 3 more on my tablet, so that makes it a grand total of 13 books to see if I can get through in this upcoming readathon. I am going to be vlogging this entire month, so keep an eye out for my weekly vlogs if you want to see how these go. As well as make sure you check out Becca's links down below for the I'm really struggling to say this. Bookoplathon, as well as the links for the book club that I mentioned. As always, the Goodreads links to all these books are also down below. If you want to keep up to date with like real daily things, make sure you're following me over on my Bookstagram at BethAndBooks for like super daily updates, and I post all of my reviews there too. Also, let me know if you guys are going to be joining in with reading a whole bunch of books. with all that being said and done, enjoy all the places you go in your own reading adventures, and I'll see you in the next video. Hola! Wait, no, that's hello. I don't know goodbye in Spanish. Bye!